So hello, welcome back to Iris Think. So today we're at the London Motorshow to have a look at the MG ZS EV. It's got a 44.5 kilowatt hour battery and it comes with a CCS connector. And interesting point is it's an actual water-cooled battery, which means that it shouldn't have any issues with the heat during rapid charging. It's available now for ordering if you put down a deposit of £500 with delivery expected in September of this year. It costs from £25,000 to £32,000 and there'll be two trim versions. Now, speaking to the people on the stand, they say that that price doesn't include the government grant. So there's the £3,500 to come off those prices as well, which means that it's a very, very competitively priced car in the market. So let's go and have a look. So it's the same as the original ZS, it's just the EV version with the charging port at the front down here. So if we just push this in, we can lift the charge port up. It's a CCS port. It should charge about 50 kilowatts or maybe even 100 kilowatts, we're not sure. We've been asking the people on the stand and it's some information that they're not willing to reveal yet. So watch this space for that. I've been looking at the charge port earlier prior to doing this video and it just seems a little bit fiddly. If you imagine you're going to be stood up trying to plug your charger, you can't see what you're doing. So I think it would have been, I don't know, a better design had they maybe gone like the Renault Zoe type where you flip the badge out and the port's just here. Or maybe when you push it out it comes a little bit further down. But it just seems a little bit fiddly to me. There's a massive gap on this side here, which could be for like a different market. Maybe they have a different port or something, but certainly for the UK market, it's got the CCS just in here. Let's try and go inside and have a look.
I mean, do you do things like free chargers and stuff like that?
So at the moment,
So
what we're
inside the
doing
car is
is,
pretty good.
the company that designed that
This spec's got leather.
although
It's got a digital display in the middle of the dash. It's an 8-inch colour touchscreen display. It's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is kind of standard for this type of car now. If you don't have those, then you're kind of missing out because other cars are going to have it. Like with all these screens, it has sat-nav as well, which I always think is a bit of an afterthought because you've got the Android and you've got the Apple, so you're always going to get up-to-date maps with those rather than having to spend time updating what you've got in there. The drive mode is a dial, move it left and right for reverse neutral drive, very similar to the one in the Jaguars, I think, at the moment, the F-Pace. We've got a very similar one. Storage in the middle, a couple of cup holders, decent bin at the back, put your phone in or something. Looking down here, just underneath in here, you've got the 12-volt socket. On this side here, you've actually got the USB sockets too. And there is a little recess hole here so you can plug your cable through and just have your phone on the top. That's quite a nice touch. So some of the toys you've got in here, you've got adaptive cruise control, you've got traffic jam assist, you've got emergency braking, lane departure warning, blind spot detection as well. You've got the little markings on the mirrors. You've got pedestrian alert system. You've also got auto dipping headlights. And another nice feature is you've got a panoramic sunroof. Now this is with a difference because you can actually open up the first half of this as well. So it's like a conventional sunroof. So you've still got the full glass running front to back, but you can open it as well to ventilate, which is quite nice. I think that's an omission from the Model 3. The Model 3's got a full glass one, but you can't actually open that. So let's go and have a look at the back, at the boot. So the back of the car, we have reversing camera down here to the bottom, and you open the boot by pushing in the badge. Now the boot is 448 litres and it has storage in the back for your charging cables. There's a compressor in there as well, warning triangle, towing eyes. I'm not sure if this is available with a spare wheel or not, but it's certainly got the capacity. You can even remove the shelf here and put it higher up. So you've got a higher boot floor, more space, which would imply you could get a spare tyre. I'll check that and post that in the comments. So sitting inside the car, I've got the seat pretty much adjusted to how I would have it. I'm 6'2", so quite tall. So let's go and check the back and see how much room I've got. So you can see there's a couple of inches between my knees here. It's a slightly sculpted back as well with a pocket here. Looking in the middle, there's a USB socket for charging, and there's a storage compartment at the bottom as well. There's no center armrest, so nowhere to put your arm if you're adult in the middle. The panoramic roof is actually fantastic. It does encroach a little bit on the headroom just here. If you look at my headroom, there's about an inch gap between the top of my head and the trim here, but if I just move slightly over, then I've got the full height, probably maybe 3-4 inches between as well. So yeah, lots of room in the back. There's the storage cupboards on the side. There's a front and back as well. In the front you can get, it looks like a drinks bottle in there, no problem. And the back's quite large as well. Comes with a 7-year warranty, or 80,000 miles, whichever comes first. And that's the MG ZS EV. So that was the MG ZS EV. It's available now at the time this video is going out. A deposit of 500 quid. And the main selling point I think of this is the price of the car. It's 25k, but you can still take the 3.5k government incentive off as well, which means a very, very competitive price. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you want more of this, then please subscribe, and then see you in the next one.